Once upon a time, in a green meadow, there lived a little caterpillar named Cathy. Cathy was always fascinated by the birds that flew high up in the sky. She watched them flutter their wings and soar through the air with awe and envy. She wished that she could fly like them someday. One day, Cathy decided to ask her wise old friend, Mr. Worm, how she could become a butterfly and fly. Mr. Worm explained to her that she would have to spin a cocoon around herself and stay inside it for some time. He told her that when she emerged from the cocoon, she would become a beautiful butterfly with wings to fly. Cathy was excited to hear this, but she was also scared. She had never spun a cocoon before, and she didn't know how to do it. But she was determined to learn and become a butterfly. She thanked Mr. Worm and started to spin her cocoon. Days turned into weeks, and Cathy was still inside her cocoon. She was beginning to feel impatient and frustrated. She wondered when she would finally become a butterfly and fly. But she didn't give up. She kept spinning and waiting, hoping that someday soon, she would emerge as a beautiful butterfly. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, Cathy's cocoon started to crack open. She wiggled and pushed until she finally emerged, as a beautiful, colorful butterfly. She flapped her wings excitedly, ready to take off into the sky. But to her surprise, she couldn't fly. She tried flapping her wings harder and harder, but she couldn't get off the ground. She was disappointed and confused. She had become a butterfly, but she couldn't fly. Feeling sad and helpless, Cathy sat on a leaf, wondering what she had done wrong. She saw her friends, the birds, flying high up in the sky, and she felt jealous once again. But then, she noticed something. The birds were not flapping their wings as hard as she was. They were gliding effortlessly through the air. Cathy realized that she had been trying too hard to fly. She was using all her energy to flap her wings, but she was not using the air currents to her advantage. She decided to take a deep breath, relax, and let the wind carry her. She spread her wings, caught a gust of wind, and lifted off the leaf. She was flying. Cathy felt so happy and free. She soared through the air, feeling the wind in her wings. She realized that she didn't have to work so hard to fly. She just had to trust herself and the power of the wind. Cathy flew all around the meadow, exploring new places and seeing things from a whole new perspective. She realized that she had a whole new world to discover, and she couldn't wait to explore it all. From that day on, Cathy never stopped flying. She had learned that all she needed was to trust herself and the wind to take her to new heights. She no longer felt jealous of the birds, for she had found her own unique way to fly. And so, the little caterpillar who had once only dreamed of flying, had become a beautiful butterfly, soaring through the skies and enjoying every moment of her new life.